My name is Sandeep, and today's topic is contract document. So, have you ever prepared any contract document, or, or have you worked on any contract and preparing on contract document? So, friends, today's topic is contract document. It is a very important and initial document for any contract or the work which you want to commence or want to start. So the contract document is a very initial and basic documents for agreement or bonding with or giving the work to another for work and contract basis. So friends, please like, subscribe, share, and press bell icon for latest update related to civil engineering. We are civil engineers talk. So let's start. So friends, initially I want to tell you the contract document. It's basically means before the work is given out on the contract or a tender, it is an agreement or a bond, and it is prepared between owner and the contractor. So they both sign signed off this document before commencement of work. So it is a legal process for a contract. So contract document has first one is title page. Title page having the name of contract and the bond number. Like if you are if the work is a construction of a building project G plus 7. So it will be mentioned on the title page, and second one is index page. So the index page has a item of work, and it's a specification with the reference page in the agreement. So these are the basic and initial documents and pages in a contract document. And the friend next one is tender notice. Tender notice is giving a brief description of work, estimated cost, date, and the time of tender and the amount of earnest money and the time of completion of project, and its a duration and specification of project. And next one is tender form. The tender form having or giving the bill of quantity, contract rate, total cost of project, time of completion, and the process of work, security money, plenty class, and planning of project, etc. And next one is bill of quantities or schedule of quantities. The bill of quantities have each item bifurcation, and it has the rate as per given item and the work and the sum of total cost. It's a it's a representation of item and its rate and the total project cost for is to billing or for payment purpose. And next one is schedule of issue of material. It is a very basic, and it gives the list of material to be issued to the contractor and the rate, what will be the rate and the place of issue. So it in this clause, all the materials and its delivery and its specification are there. And the next one is general specification. So friends, general specification means the it has a, or it specify the class and the type of work in general, like it is a civil and construction work, G+7, and it has two parking, one two lift, and the two podiums, etc. A detailed, and the next one is detailed specification. So friends, detailed specification of work and the each material, uh, and it gives material details to be used in the work. It is a description of all the work in detail and the material to be used and the way of working procedure, etc. And the next one is drawing. A drawing is a very important part of a tender or contract, because the all construction work are depend on the drawing, and it is compulsory to provide drawing for execution of work, and it should be approved by municipal department, architecture and structural engineer, whichever is concerned in this project or concerning department for this project. So drawing include plans, elevation, section, detail drawing, etc. and the site plan, all fully dimensioned with by the architect with their stamp and sign with that. And the next one is condition of contract. So friends, there are many conditions are mentioned in the contract while sign of the contract or preparing a contract or making an agreement between contractor and owner. So first one is a rate inclusive of material, transportation, labor, T&P or other agreements necessary for completion of work, amount of security money, time of completion of work, progress to be maintained, penalty for unsatisfactory and bad work, for failure in progress, for delay in completion, mode of payment, running account payment, final payment, security money and refund, extension of time of contract, rules for employment and debitable agency, termination of contract, and next one is minimum wage for labor, compensation for labor, and next one is authority decided by extra items and contract claims, etc. And last and the special or specific condition. It is a last and very important for a contract. Specific condition. It is depend on the nature of work regarding taxes, royalties, whichever is rate, labor amenities, labor camp, compensation of labor in case of accident, etc. So these the above special condition include few following clauses like labor contract. It is a contract in which the contractor only undertake the part of labor portion, and the all materials will be provided by the owner or the department at the site. So contractor only engaged in the part of labor, and it shall be paid by for labor part only. And the second one is cost plus percentage contract. It is the contract in which contract is given in the certain percentage of amount of the construction and the material arranged by a contractor, and also labor arranged by the contractor, and the contractor properly keeps record for their and account, and the amount is paid by the department for their labor and their material supply. And the third one is labor engaged through contract. It is an emergency condition in which labor is deployed by contractor at a site, and it is paid for a labor part only on the basis of daily or in the or sum of in figures. And the next one is penalty. It is a sort of non-fulfillment of term of contract. If the contractor failure to complete the project within the time, so is uh, penalty is mentioned there for the executive engineer or the same department on the contractor. And the third one is compensation for delay in completion. Contractor is liable to pay a compensation or penalty an equal amount, 1 percentage, for delay in work, whichever is decided by the similar authority or the executive engineer or the owner. Liquidity damage. It is a fixed stipulated sum or penalty by the contractor having no relationship with the real damage. It is usually fixed per day, 50 to 100 rupees, for excess period taken for the completion of project in the actual planned and specified date. And unliquidated damage, it is known as ordinary damage having relationship with the actual damage of for non completion, non work within a due date of completion. So if the contractor failure to complete the work within the limit, and it occurs or damage, that will paid by the contractor. And the extension of time. If extension of time may be granted by the engineer or similar department for a valid reason like material unavailability, labors and bad conditions, bad weather, land is not availability. So there will be a solid reason for the extension of time, and the contractor maybe maybe apply for that extension of time. So it should be granted for extension of time. Debitable agency. If contractors deploy any agencies, and it should be and it is a failure to complete the work, the department or owner is have authority to they has the authority to terminate that agency and deploy new agency behalf of them, and or it should be as a penalty in figure of some figure of amount, and or it should be in the percentage of amount for whole project cost or work. And measurement book, and last one is measurement book. It is the it is a include all the work whichever is done, and it has a and the work has recorded in measurement book, and all the payment of work and payment of all works and supplies made on the basis of measurement book, and it is a very accountable account records. So thank you friends for watching us. Hope we did well, and please do subscribe, like and share. We are civil engineers talk. So thank you for watching us, and we tried to cover almost topic of contract documents. So please appreciate our work, and again say thank you.